Hey guys, Jamie Catalyst here with a review for the Triple S League. This is the Black Mirror review. 2017 Black Mirror is a rehash or reimagining of THQ Nordic's Black Mirror from 2003. It has a very similar plot, but different characters and better graphics. This Black Mirror is also a horror point-and-click adventure game. Developed by King Art and published by THQ Nordic, it releases November 28, 2017. It will come out for next-gen consoles and PC for $40 US. They aimed for an Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft feel for the game, and I believe they accomplished that. It almost seems like Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem, if that had a much more calm and slow start. Because Black Mirror starts out with a mystery, yes, but once you really start playing the main character, it seems calm. However, the creepy eeriness and madness come in slowly, and I like that. Honestly, it almost seems realistic, the pacing they took. And while some might not like that, others might. I know slow pacing can bug a few, but I believe that just keeps you more on your toes for longer. So, let's talk about a big piece of this game: the puzzles. Puzzles are very prominent and paramount in this title. I'll admit now, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I need walkthroughs to finish a Legend of Zelda game. But most of the time, I can handle puzzles. This game's puzzles, however, are far more challenging than most, although the key to solving several of them is looking around and making sure you see everything. Leave no stone unturned. But I suppose that makes sense in this house, and the fact that the main character has become a detective of sorts. Just remember, when playing this game, look everywhere. Even if you think you can't look there, look. Another part of the gameplay is decision making. Although it's not until after the first night you make decisions, it feels a bit like a Telltale game when you get to them. Oh, I didn't eat breakfast. I wonder how that will affect me. Oh well. The more important decisions are who you talk to, and what to tell them and what not to tell them, honestly. You know the first Resident Evil game's tank controls and camera angles? Well, this game has those, but they work a bit better. Honestly, the controls didn't bug me that much, and I really think they made them like that on purpose, for nostalgia's sake. But if you can't stand tank controls, you probably won't like the controls in this game. Graphics-wise, everything was beautiful. It felt like a mashup of the Telltale Games animation style and clay animation, which worked pretty well together, honestly. The mansion itself was very well done, with lots of details. Each person was the same, very well done and very detailed, giving them plenty of personality and flair. The only problem was the lip sync. Most of the animation was pretty good, but there was practically no lip syncing to be found, which was odd and jarring. With how well the rest of the animation was, you would think there would have been some lip syncing, not to mention how wonderful the voice acting was at times. It just sort of takes away from that. The lighting was a bit dark, making it hard to see certain things in cutscenes, but as this is a horror game, I believe that was done on purpose, and is to be expected. Plus, it is in an age where they only had candles for lighting, so it makes sense. But when it comes to certain puzzles, it can be a bit frustrating not being able to see that well. However, the sound effects are another thing I think this game did really well. They're all top-notch. That includes the background music that really adds to the atmosphere of the game. So, Scotland, 1926. You're playing as young David Gordon coming home to the family manor for the first time in his life. You've been brought here because of your father's death, which was, of course, under strange circumstances you don't really know anything about. Since your dad's dead, the manor will soon be yours. But young David, the night he arrives, decides to poke around a bit. He discovers clues here and there that something's afoot. There's talk of curses and his father going mad. Now David is determined to figure out exactly what happened. So this game has its ups and downs. I can think of several things that would have made it better. For example, they shoved far too much into your first night at the manor. There's just so much to find, so many puzzles to solve, and so many people to talk to, you feel like you might never get to sleep. It's overwhelming and makes you feel like giving up almost right off the bat. But I will say, if you can get past that one night, things do pick up, and the story itself is so interesting it kept me going, as well as the beautifully done atmosphere and the interesting, well-acted characters. The tank controls are frustrating, but not too bad. If you get used to them, you can almost forget that they're tank controls. Almost. And the puzzles, oh boy, the puzzles. They are pretty challenging and a bit frustrating. At least I can say that 100% this game does not hold your hand at all. You have to figure everything out on your own. Take that as you will. To sum up, I think if you like games like the original Resident Evil or Eternal Darkness, you should check this game out. You'll definitely like it. But if not, and you're still curious, maybe wait a while and let the price drop a bit.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This review was written and recorded by Jamie Catalyst. She's got indie games, horror games, dating sims, and tons of others up on her YouTube channel. She's nuts, and we love her here at the Triple S League. And here's some more stuff you might like.